Good morning, and welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we meander through the back roads of life, uncovering the extraordinary in the ordinary and celebrating the dignity of everyday work. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to have you join me on this journey. As we begin today's episode, I want to take you to a place that's often overlooked, yet teeming with stories waiting to be uncovered. The local government offices in Parramatta, Australia. You might wonder what could be so fascinating about council meetings and bureaucratic procedures, but bear with me, dear listeners, as we delve into a tale of intrigue, power struggles, and the pursuit of transparency. The Independent Commission Against Corruption, or ICAC, has announced a public inquiry into the conduct of former City of Parramatta CEO Gail Connolly and other senior staff members. The investigation will examine allegations of misconduct, including the misuse of council systems, electronic surveillance of staff and councillors, and the termination of employees in questionable circumstances. As we explore this story, I'm reminded of the importance of tradition and the value of taking the back roads to understand the complexities of human experience. In small towns like Parramatta, where everyone knows each other's names, the lines between personal and professional relationships can become blurred. It's a reminder that even in the most mundane-seeming settings, there are often deeper currents at play. The ICAC's inquiry will undoubtedly shed light on the inner workings of local government, but it also raises broader questions about the role of power, accountability, and the public trust. As we travel through this story, I invite you to consider the universal themes that emerge: the struggle for transparency, the importance of integrity, and the impact of individual actions on the community. We'll be following this story closely, and in future episodes, we might explore other tales from Parramatta, a city with a rich history and a cultural landscape that's both familiar and unique. For now, let's take a moment to appreciate the complexities of human experience and the stories that await us just beyond the horizon. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels, where we're taking a journey through the heart of America, exploring the stories and people that make this country so unique. As we continue our travels, we find ourselves in the state of Florida, where a tragic incident occurred just yesterday. A small plane crashed into a yard near Tampa, killing one person and sparking a fire that damaged the nearby residents. As the first imagine the scene, I'm reminded of the beauty and tranquility of the Florida landscape, with its palm trees swaying gently in the breeze and the warm sunshine casting a golden glow over the landscape. But on this particular Sunday morning, the peace was shattered by the sound of a plane crashing into a quiet neighborhood. The details of the incident are still emerging, but we know that the plane, a Cessna, took off from Tampa North Aero Park and crashed at around 8:35 a.m. local time. The National Transportation Safety Board and Federal Aviation Administration have launched an investigation into the cause of the crash, and a preliminary report is expected to be released within 30 days. As we reflect on this tragic event, I'm reminded of the importance of safety and the risks that come with flying. But I'm also struck by the resilience and bravery of the people who live in this community, who responded quickly to the emergency and worked to extinguish the flames. As a traveler, I've had the privilege of meeting many people who have been touched by tragic events like this one. And what strikes me is the way that communities come together to support each other in times of need. Whether it's a plane crash, a natural disaster, or a personal tragedy, we see time and again how people from all walks of life come together to offer comfort, aid, and support. As we continue our journey through America, we'll be exploring more stories like this one, stories that highlight the resilience and strength of the human spirit. We'll be meeting people who have overcome incredible challenges, who have persevered in the face of adversity, and who have emerged stronger and wiser as a result. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey today, I want to share with you a heartwarming story from the city of Pittsburgh, where the beauty of human kindness and generosity shines bright. In a world where professional sports often make headlines for their multi-million-dollar contracts and high-stakes competitions, it's refreshing to see athletes using their platforms for the greater good. Evgeny Malkin, the talented center for the Pittsburgh Penguins, has once again demonstrated his commitment to giving back to the community through his I'm Score for Kids initiative. This season, Malkin pledged to donate $710 for every regular season point he scored, resulting in a remarkable contribution of $43,310. But what's even more extraordinary is that local McDonald's restaurants matched his donation, bringing the total to an impressive $86,620. This act of kindness is not just a one-time gesture. It's part of a larger tradition of generosity that Malkin and McDonald's have upheld over the past 4 seasons, donating a cumulative total of $370,620 to Ronald McDonald House, charities of Pittsburgh and Morgantown. These funds will go directly towards providing housing for families with sick children, offering them a sense of comfort and reassurance during an incredibly challenging time. As the first to reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the power of individual actions to make a profound impact on the lives of others. It's a testament to the human spirit, which can often be overlooked in our fast-paced world, but is precisely what makes communities thrive. The connection between people and place is palpable here, as Malkin's contribution not only supports the local community, but also reflects the values of kindness, compassion, and generosity that are deeply ingrained in Pittsburgh's culture. As we conclude today's journey, I want to leave you with a sense of hope and inspiration, knowing that there are individuals like Evgeny Malkin who embody the very best of human nature. His story serves as a reminder that even in the midst of adversity, there is always the potential for kindness, generosity, and compassion to shine through. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep on traveling.